What's going on, y'all? If I send that link up, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Bam. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Look for some setups right now. Whoops. Let me know how the mic sounds when y'all jumping in. Test, test, test. Let me know how the mic sounds when y'all jumping in. What's going on here, y'all? Also, members, people at SPX did. People at SPX did. All right, y'all. It's Tuesday, September 26th. We're about to get into it. Same game plan as last week. We're going to be looking for some more SPX and NAS sales. We're going to be looking at possible gold sales. And we're going to look at some currency pairs as well. 43, 23. Like always, you got any questions, you can drop them in the chat. You want to look at any charts, you can drop them in the chat. But we got to get to it. Right now, it's just seeing what we're going to be looking at. I know we're going to be watching gold, SPX, and be watching GJ still. Looks like it's still dancing on the level just like yesterday. EJ actually ended up doing a move yesterday where GJ just ranged. Because we look at the time we entered GJ. What time did we enter GJ yesterday? What time we entered GJ yesterday? Whoops. Let me go back into the free Telegram. Those just joining the stream, you haven't entered anything yet. These are some trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal room, free Telegram. I still have a bunch of tabs open from yesterday. There we go. What's going on, Roger? I see you in here. Whoops. Let me fix my thing. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Bam. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what just happened with my stream, y'all. Give me 1 second. See, Roger. This is your first time watching. Shout out to you. All right, man. All right, let me know if y'all can see me back on the screen. Let me know if the screen's back on there. I'm about to get into it. Live yesterday, we was talking about gold. I was saying I wanted to see gold break below this level around 1922, 1920. Gold ended up dropping. I went over this when I was live yesterday on TikTok, but this thing literally went zone to zone, so there wasn't really a setup for me to enter. And then after it did that, I literally danced here all day, right? And then this was last night when the Tokyo session started, and then did a quick drop last night during Tokyo session. So of course, we're not going to chase a trade. We're either going to wait for price to retrace back to this resistance level, or we're going to wait for price to break the support level, and then we can look for another sell setup. So that's what we're going to be patiently waiting on right there. SPX, me and the members caught this SPX move. Those that was in the live yesterday, y'all saw us patiently waiting for this setup. Shortly after the stream, we ended up entering this setup, and then price tanked in our direction literally the next 30 minutes. Then after price did that, reattempt to try to break this level, rejected back. And then last night, just like gold, did a quick drop, did the same exact move that it did yesterday, last night. Missed that setup because again, I really trade the futures during Tokyo session. Now we're about to see if price can break the support level, turn it to resistance, and we'll look for another sell setup on SPX. So that's the game plan. We're going to be watching gold, SPX. We're going to be watching GJ for possibly another reattempt. Actually, look at this, y'all. We're actually going to be going on my thing, but we're going to figure this out. All right, there we go. Look at this, y'all. So we went for this GJ setup yesterday. It literally wicked our stop loss. They went back to hugging this daily level or this 4-hour level. Literally hugged it all day, hugged it all night. And literally at the start, first 15 of London session, and broke back below this level, hit TP1, where yesterday I struggled, barely missed TP1. Now I just hit TP1. So we're going to looking for another attempt on GJ. Again, this is just another example. Again, Mondays and Tuesdays are the weeks where we have, the days we have the least volume. Again, it wasn't a bad idea, just wasn't enough volume to do the move I was looking for. So we're going to go for round 2 on this today. And then while we're at it, we're going to see what other charts we can look at. Yeah, but if you got any questions, y'all drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Doing that, which isn't too surprising. We also got some retracements going down. Yeah, so we got the Euro pairs retracing. Yeah, so we've been watching these charts right here. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week we went 7-0, caught 11,387 pips. Excuse me, last month we went 45-7, caught 219,708 pips. Hit that first link, you'll be able to check it out yourself. Yeah, I don't know what the, okay, there we go. What's going on, Alton? Shout out to you. Okay, bet. I have a question. After gold's drop, do you see it as a buy or do you see London session just, but do you see it as a buy due to London session just starting? I wouldn't say it's due to London session. Now the beginning of the session is always going to be a pump of volume, whether it's going to be a pump in a volume in our direction or it's going to be a pump in volume retracing. But I wouldn't necessarily blame it or give all the credit to London session. It's all the reason why price does what it does. The sessions have some play into it, but even if the session wasn't going down, like the direction prices are going to go is the direction prices are going to go. So it's not necessarily because of London session. It's because, again, we look on a bigger time frame, price has struggled multiple times to break and close above this level here. We can see that clearly when we had this nice downtrend that me and the members caught. I caught a few of these sell setups in the free channel as well during that 2 weeks of August, but it failed to make a lower low here. So the price reversed back up, right? So we pull this in the screen. We can see how this was a clear downtrend. See the clear lows. Boom, boom, boom. Then price started the uptrend. But then when price hit these levels, what happened? Price rejected, started making lows. Came back to the support level, tried one more time, rejected the same level, dropped. You know what I'm saying? It's all about flow of price. So it's not necessarily because of the session. It's all about flow of price. Price struggled to go up, so only got one other option, which is to go down. But again, at the same time, like I always talk about, the goal isn't just to try to catch every pip in the market. The goal is to patiently wait for the cleanest looking setups, which is why I didn't trade gold yesterday. And again, I was looking for sells. We go to the live yesterday, and it did exactly what was projected, but it did it in one candlestick instead of, a couple candlesticks or a retest. So that's why we didn't take the trade. And then, of course, after that huge pump of volume hit that level, it literally went zone to zone like it was a news candlestick. And then after it did that move, what did it do? Again, this was, let's do the recap. This was Tokyo session that Sunday. This was London session. This was pre-New York. This was New York session. Boom. This was the 10 o'clock candle, 10:15 candle. Boom, went zone to zone after 10:15. Literally chilled here all day until around 8 o'clock last night. And then that's when price started to move from the level. You get what I'm saying? So it did that quick move and then just chilled right there. I'm paying real close attention to SPX. There we go. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all hopping in here. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link and on the free Signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. As far as news today, let's go ahead and check that out. So today is Tuesday. So at 9 o'clock, we do got some orange folder news. Then at 10 a.m., we got some red folder news for USD pairs. And then that's pretty much it. And then when market reopens later on tonight, we got some 9:30 Australian news. So again, it's just a regular Tuesday. Just going to have to be waiting for setups and patiently waiting for volume to come in. But yeah, we're going to be focusing on SPX. We want to see price break this level right here. Because again, yesterday was looking for that. Failed to break it. Rejected back to the upside. Drop back down. So we're going to see who's going to break it this time. Actually check this out too while we're waiting. All right, so that's rejecting that level. So we might see a reversal come into play. Last week, it tried to make a higher high, went to the halfway mark, dropped. So depending on what happens today, we might see a reversal on oil. So we're going to let oil do its thing today. We're going to see how it plays out today. We might see retracements today as well. Because again, we look at GN, that thing tanked for like literally 9 days in a row. Broke this level of traffic. So we might see a couple, well, we see a retracement right now. So we're going to let price do some retracements on these pairs. Let always got any questions or you want to pull up any charts, feel free to drop them in the chat. But I think for right now, we're just going to be watching SPX and then gold. I might flip between a couple currency pairs, but we're mainly going to focus on SPX right here. No problem, Roger. That was a good question. So while we're waiting, we're going to go over how we did yesterday, and then we're going to go over how we did last week and how we're doing so far this month, because the month and the quarter is going to be ending in a few days. All right. After today, after this week, next week is the new month, new quarter. Going to be in the quarter 4. Definitely going to be a fun quarter. Definitely got to take advantage of this month and October, because after October, we got a bunch of holidays. And if it's like anything last year, the futures got super slow last year. We still traded all year besides the bank holidays. But one thing that I do notice, I do remember from last year, is we traded mostly currency pairs, like especially November, December, because all the holidays and stuff, like the futures was super choppy. So we're going to see what happens this year. So SPX is just hugging this level. We're waiting to see if we can break that level. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to go ahead and go into the free Telegram. All right, go ahead and hit that first link in the description, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm about to show you on the screen right here. So first thing you'll see is the link right here. Then you'll see the recap of yesterday. Yesterday we went 1-1. Me and members took an SPX sell. All TVs got hit, caught 3,300 pips, and then we took a GJ sell. Then last week we went 7-0, giving us a 100% win rate. Monday we caught 25 pips. Tuesday we caught 10,960 pips. Wednesday we caught 52 pips. Thursday we caught 272 pips, and then Friday we caught 78 pips. End of the week with a total of 11,387 pips. 11,200 of those strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the week. Every trade posted has my personal entry, SL, TPs, the time the trade was posted, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. And we're off to a great start this week as well. Even though we're 1-1, the win that we won over the loss was greatly bigger stop pip wise and risk reward wise. And as far as how we're doing so far this month, the week before that we went 7-1. It was 86% win rate. Then the week before that, week 2 ish, we went 7-2, against 78% win rate. And then the first week going into September, we went 9-2, against 82% win rate. So that's how we're doing so far this month. How we did last month, if you scroll to September 6th, you'll see the recap of last month. Just like on your screen, last month we went 45-7, giving us an 87% win rate. Caught a total of 219,708 pips. 211,933 of those strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. So yeah, we're doing great so far. It's been a great year so far. Can't really complain. But yeah, so we're just patiently waiting to see if SPX can turn this level from support to resistance. Once price can do that and hold that level, we're going to look for a sell setup. Gold's kind of just chilling in the middle of the zone right here. Again, we're either going to wait for price to retrace back up to this level, or we're going to wait for price to break my daily level. But as of now, we're looking for sales as of now. GJ's just chilling here as well. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, so right now I'm just looking at some other charts. Again, I'm kind of anticipating some retracements on the AUD and New Zealand pairs, which we're kind of seeing right now, which is why I'm also mainly focusing on SPX right now, because SPX already did the retracement. Again, you go to the Sunday chart analysis that I dropped on Sunday. Price is playing out exactly as projected. We caught that wick, retraced back up. Now we see price doing the same exact thing last night, looking like a nice lower low is about to come into play. Going to see if we can hit this next support level and ride the rest of this lower low down. That's what we're looking at right now. Yeah, well, we're just patiently waiting right now. We're just patiently waiting. Are all the trades sent out on the free Telegram? No, they're not. About 25 to 50% of the trades are in the free Telegram. The rest are with the members. The members always get the first trade of the day, which is why they got the SPX play. Then we trade all 3 sessions. Last night didn't take any trades during Tokyo session, but we do trade Tokyo session as well. So all trades taken during Tokyo session are strictly for the members as well. So again, if we look right here, if we look at yesterday, SPX wasn't called in the free Telegram, right? SPX wasn't called in the free Telegram. So that's one example of no, not all the signals are posted in here. But if we go into the advanced play signal room, and we go to the 25th, we entered SPX. So not all trades are posted. And again, this was right after the live stream 418. And if we look at the time we entered GJ, that was, I don't even remember what time. What time did we enter GJ? That was literally like 15, 30 minutes after the fact. So yeah, they always get the first setup. One goes into the free channel. Or if I just take one trade, you know, it just gets sent to the members. That's how it works. But yeah, you just scroll and explore the channel, you'll kind of get the gist of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at this day, GJ, members only, GA, called them the free channel, right? We look at another day, just go to a random another day, right? These 2 trades were strictly with the members. This was a trade called during Tokyo session. Then this was the first trade, London, New York session, right? So no trades were called in the free channel that day. Then this day, there was a free play called in here. So yeah, that's basically how it works. You get about, in the free channel, you get 25, about 50% of the signals. But all the trades I take in the advanced play signal room, I do break down during the live streams and in the Sunday chart analysis. So it's not like I'm withholding projections and stuff like that. Now, as far as signals and stuff, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's a little bit different. But everything we do, I break down during the live streams. Like if you watched yesterday's live stream, we was literally watching SPX, waiting to try to enter that live, but it didn't do the move until after the live stream ended. Didn't do the move until after the live stream ended. And so right now we're just watching these charts right here. Like I said, I'm mainly focused on the SPX. I'm still watching to see what the other charts are up to. New 15 did just start. Yeah. So GJ was just one of those plays. It literally wicked our stop loss. Look at this too. Literally wicked it by like not even half a pip. Then dropped, hugged this level all day. And again, just broke this level when London session started. Hit the first TP. Now it's chilling at TP1. So as far as entry, we're gonna wait for the retrace. I'd personally wait for the retrace a little bit. I mean, if you want to enter here, you can, but those that have been watching me for a while, you already know I'm picking with my entries. So we're just gonna let that do its thing for right now. But yeah, we're just watching SPX. We got a new 15 that just started. Again, look at this here. This was the London session candlestick. Look how much volume was in that candlestick compared to all these other candlesticks right here. Then you see it came to halt at this level. Then the next 15 hit this level but stayed, didn't break and hold it. Then now we got this third 15 still respecting this level, which is why we're patiently waiting for price to break that level before we even attempt to go for a setup. Because again, if price can't hold this level, we have, you know, if we enter before price can show us trying to hold that level, it could try to reject like it did last time. And again, we don't control the price, we don't control markets. So it's super important to patiently wait for confirmations. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all hopping in here. Yeah, these Euro pairs are retracing though. Again, not too much of a surprise. We have this huge level of traffic to the left, and we can see here our price has been struggling to break this level. Let's see what we got going down tomorrow. We don't got nothing too crazy going down tomorrow. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting what happens Thursday and Friday. Hope if I can type, huh? Yo, what the heck? There we go. Then we got in retracing, same thing. Level of traffic to the left is retracing. We're still gonna look for sales. Again, we're not against retracements. Retracements are gonna help us out. So this was a sell setup I had yesterday. Obviously, we didn't enter that, so we're gonna look for a sell setup right here. Let's see. We can do a stop loss like right here. Yeah, it's still hugging this level. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. The usual, just patiently waiting. Y'all got questions? Drop them in the chat. Do all those trades? Okay, I caught it to all those. All right, cool. So while we're chilling, I'm actually gonna get the TikTok going. By the way, y'all, I was live. If y'all ain't follow me on TikTok, y'all need to follow me on TikTok because I finally figured out how to get on TikTok's good side. They gave me my followers back. Those that have been watching me the past couple of weeks, y'all know I've been talking about how every time I got close to 1K followers, either coincidentally 40 people just randomly unfollow me or TikTok was playing games because it happened 3 times in a row. Tell me why over the weekend, literally, they gave me all those missing followers back. So we're way past 1,000 followers now. Shout out to everybody. So I was live for a very long time yesterday on TikTok. Like I was live a good half of New York session. So if I'm not on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. You see it on the bottom of y'all screen at Playmaker Way. We was live breaking down some game yesterday. I'm talking about stuff that I be doing, breaking down live with the members. Now, obviously, we didn't go over everything I go over with the members, but we went over a few things. Like we broke down some charts, we did some trade breakdowns. Then we also broke down a couple of things like how to double your account in 2 weeks. We answered questions and stuff like that. So you ain't following me on TikTok and y'all like these lives, make sure to follow me on TikTok because we're going to be going live there every day, just like promised. Now the schedule ain't no schedule yet, but we might go live right now. But we're also going to be going live outside of the regularly scheduled London session, like promised. All right, so SPX still rejecting that level. Nothing to do about that though. Gold's retracing back as well. So we see a bunch of retracing going down. Besides GJ, GJ's pumping in our direction. But besides that, we got some retracements going down. Ain't no biggie though. We ain't tripping. So again, we're looking at EN. Either waiting for price to trace back to his resistance level or waiting for price to break back below and try to break this wall right here. Either way, we're looking for sales. But yeah, we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. Guys, want me to look at any charts, feel free to drop them in the chat. But if not, we're just going to be focusing on these setups right here. I got some other charts on my screen too that I'm going to be watching. Yeah, we might get some action in a little bit. Yeah, but we're just patiently waiting right now, y'all. Patience is part of the game. Like I said all the time, it's very rare you're just going to open your computer and a setup's just going to be magically falling in your lap that you can just enter immediately. That is very rare. No matter what time frame you look at, it's very rare to just jump on a chart and enter a trade immediately. Like I was talking about on live with the TikTok followers yesterday. You'll see a video online, and they get real creative with the titles. I mean, I get creative with mine too, but mine are still like realistic and not too far from the truth. But you'll see a video online breaking out, ooh, this 5-minute strategy, this 30-minute strategy. Watch how I made X amount of dollars in 30 minutes. Watch how I made X amount of dollars in 5 minutes. Yes, that trade might have took 30 minutes. That trade might have took 5 minutes. It's definitely possible. Like if we look at the SPX play we took yesterday, that trade literally took like 30 minutes to do a full move. Give me 1 second. I'll pull that up. So we entered that at 440. Wait, it would help if I go into the right channel. Here we go. So we entered this trade at 418, and the final CP got hit at 447. So literally like 30 minutes, if not less, price did a full move. But let's rewind and take it back. Let's rewind and take it back. We was on the charts during London session. Boom, boom, boom. This was the 3 a.m. candle. So we was waiting for that setup for a little over an hour, and then the trade itself took about 30 minutes. So did I catch this trade in 30 minutes? When I entered, yes. But did the whole setup take 30 minutes? No, I had to wait an hour before that setup even came to where I wanted to see it go. So again, it's not going to just be open a computer, you're going to just jump 2 trades automatically. It's not because, if I go in a smaller time frame, I can be able to enter trades quicker, get out quicker. It doesn't matter what setup you're looking for. It doesn't matter if you scout, swing trade, day trade. If the setup's not there, you still have to patiently wait for your setup confirmations. You know what I'm saying? And every day it's going to be different. As in, like, how long it might take. Each trade's going to take a different amount as well. I just want to stress that and make that very clear, because again, there's a lot of misconceptions with trading. But one thing after another, we're cleaning up and clearing on this channel. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. SPX rejecting that level. So again, we're just waiting for price to break these levels. Nothing we can do about that. So we're just chilling, patiently waiting. So I'm about to hook up my phone and ring light while we're chilling. Y'all got questions, drop them in the chat. But if not, we're just going to be watching the charts, and we're just going to be chilling right now. We're looking at GJ, EN, EA sells, GN, GA sells. We're just waiting for price to come to our next level, either retrace to our next level or break back below our next level. Then once those confirmations are hit and met, we're going to be jumping to some trades. What's going on, Abdullah? I see you in here. You said you took an L. What was your entry? What was your entry? Because you're saying it betrayed you. I doubt it betrayed you, because I feel like I know what you're talking about, because I was watching GA. Because again, if we look at yesterday's live stream, I was talking about this on TikTok too. I was looking at GA as well as GJ, and I chose to enter the GJ instead of the GA setup. But if we pull up GA, it actually did the move that we was looking for, versus GJ didn't do the move, and then EJ did the move that I wanted to see GJ do, which was very interesting. So also, like I mentioned in the Sunday chart analysis, if you haven't watched the Sunday chart analysis, go into the first link in the description, watch the Sunday chart analysis. But if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, I mentioned that as well, how if you look at last week, the GBP pairs moved a lot smoother than the Euro pairs. And then we look at the Euro pairs, Yesterday, they moved pretty smooth. The GBP pairs moved pretty smooth as well. But yeah, Abdullah, what was your entry? Sell on 1.9. You gotta give me the whole number. 1.9 what? Like, you gotta give me the full number. You gotta give me the 4 digits, like you gave me on the SL. You gotta give me the 4 digits on your entry. All right, you gotta give me the 4 digits on your entry. While you do that, I'm about to try to get this TikTok thing set up so we can get to it. I'm gonna go live trading on YouTube. Got to set this up right here. Okay, so it's just the full 900. Okay, so now that we know where your entry was at, we can break some things down. So you said your entry was at 9D100 even. So we're gonna go ahead and put this at 9D100 even. You know, I think I know what it is. I was supposed to restart my computer yesterday. I've been abusing this computer since I got it, right? I ain't gonna lie. It's been doing me so well too. So yeah, you literally entered at the bottom of the zone. So you probably entered right here and then price rejected that level. Again, this is why it's important to have you keep price levels marked off. Now, again, if you don't have these levels marked off, most likely it's because you don't know how to mark them off. And if you don't know how to mark them off, I got a couple of videos on YouTube. I'm going to drop one in the chat right now. But that's what happened. Wow, this stream's going pretty quick. It's kind of weird. Yesterday went quick as well. Like, how's it already about to be the 345 candle? That's interesting. But anyways, I'm about to drop this video in the chat. Once it pulls up, yeah, I'm actually going to have to restart my computer. Thing is lagging like crazy. But I got y'all. Give me 1 sec. But yeah, you literally enter the level of traffic to the left. Then price at that level, it rejected. Price at the level again, it rejected. So you either entered here or you entered here last night. Either way, you entered the bottom of the zone, which is why, again, just like with SPX, we're waiting for price to try to break that level. Because again, if you enter right on that level, look what happens. It can reject. You have to wait for it to break through. Again, that's why you see. That's why I always stress about retesting confirmations, because you'll see a lot of videos online where people do these breakouts. Breakouts are a lot riskier than waiting for retest. Breakout traders have a lower win rate than people that wait for the retest after the breakout. All right. So always wait for the retest or wait for price to break that level. But let me find that video. Here it is. Share, copy. Drop that in the chat right now. Bam. Yeah, so make sure to watch this video, Abdullah. And this isn't just for Abdullah, it's for everybody. Yeah, I tend to FOMO, enter too early on some trades. Would appreciate a video to help with that. Well, I'm gonna make a video on that, but I can help you with that right now. Cut it out. Cut it out. You acknowledge the issue you're making. See, this is what, yeah, I'm being hard on you because that's the issue in this trading space as well. I'm tired of seeing all these cupcake videos where people try to hold your hand and be like, oh, it's okay. Oh, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm being straight up with you. So give me 1 second, and I'm about to break it down. I can't make a video on it But I'm just going to be blunt and straight up with you. You know what you're doing wrong. So since you know that's the issue, you need to just sit down and look in the mirror and be like, do I want to continue to do the same silly mistake over and over again? Or since I know what my issue is, I'm going to stop making that mistake. All right, I'm going to tell you a story about a student I used to have, right? And again, this ain't no shade towards her. It is what it is. Ain't no shade towards her. I'm not talking trash about her. So I don't even know if she still watches my stuff. But if you do, shout out to you, whatever. But I'm going to tell you a story really quick about one of my students I used to have. She used to do the same thing. I call a trade out, should miss the signal, jump in late at like TP3, TP4. Then when price retraces back to my entry, she'll be like, dang, NAS just messed me up. Man, I keep on losing trades. I'm like, how are you losing trades? Oh, because I keep entering too late. I keep on chasing trades. Okay. Well, since you know why you keep losing the trades, stop doing that. You get what I'm saying? Because at some point, you just got to really sit down and be like, all right, what am I trying to do here? Am I actually trying to grow my account, or am I here to try to gamble like everybody else? Like, if you're trying to gamble, go for it. But you're trying to grow your account, you gotta have discipline and self-control. So like I always, you see me on stream. Well, I don't know how long you've been watching me, but those that have been watching me for at least 2 weeks minimum, you see me all the time on stream. I'll miss an entry and I'll be like, dang, that was a good setup there. But like we just went over actually like 10 minutes ago, GJ, right? We just went over like GJ like 10 minutes ago, where I was like, dang, that was a nice entry. But it could kind of still go our way, but I'm picky with my entries. Why am I picky with my entries? Why do y'all always see me follow these rules? Because Abdullah, I used to do the same thing. I used to just be greedy, let FOMO kick in. I used to chase trades. But again, after blowing a bunch of accounts, I had to sit down with myself and be like, look, what are you trying to do here? Like, are you actually trying to grow your account? Or are you here to just continue to, be like most people trading? So then I really had to sit down and be like, what am I doing wrong? Why do I keep losing trades? And then when I did some self-reflecting, started going over the trades I was taking. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all jumping in here. What's going on, Mark? What's going on? As we're live on YouTube, so you're trying to see the screen a little bit better, hit the link in the bio, hit the YouTube in the bio, and then you can see us on YouTube. Right now, we're looking at SPX, GJ, we're watching gold, watching GN, EN. But if you want to see the screen better, hop on the YouTube live. Actually, I should probably drop that in the chat, huh? YouTube to see screen better. But if y'all got questions, you can drop them in the chat. I'm looking at both chats. But if you want to see the screen better, hop on the YouTube live. We're going to be live strictly on TikTok later on today. Shout out everybody in there. But yeah, I'll do. That's the first thing I would recommend. Like it's just straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always talk about, we can't control the markets. Only thing we can control is when we enter a trade, when we close a trade, and how much we're risking per trade. So since that's the only things we can control, it is super important to stick to the rules and follow the flow of price, which is why you always see me only enter and exit off these key price levels. Entered on this level, exit was this level. Right now we're looking to enter off this level, just like with GJ. Entered off this level, rejected that level, just like it did on Friday. Got stuck in this level of traffic, literally dropped, and now it's at TP1. So again, wasn't necessarily that we was wrong, because in fact, it literally barely wicked our stop loss, to be honest. And I would have had it a little bit wider right here, like my stop loss idea on Friday. It wouldn't have even hit our stop loss. But I'm working on like trying to tightening my stop losses so we can get better risk rewards. But with tightening your stop loss, that is one of the risks you take. Now, again, this barely hit my stop loss. I'm pretty sure some people continue to hold the trade, but I'm still keeping it fair because, again, it did hit my stop loss. So I'm not going to act like it didn't hit my stop loss. But as you can see, even if it hit my stop loss, what I always talk about, review a trade. If a trade goes your way, don't just be happy it went your way. What's this, GJ? Yeah, this is GJ. This is GJ. Get. If you want to see the screen better, hop on YouTube. All right, YouTube's linked in the bio. You can see the screen a lot better. But we're looking at GJ right now. We're switching between SPX. We're switching between gold and a few other things. So you want to see the screen better, y'all? Make sure. And I appreciate the follows. Tap that screen too. I'm gonna tap it with y'all. But yeah, that's the best thing I can recommend. Because like I said, like while we're waiting for stuff, I can tell basically like a quick story of me personally, right? I can tell a quick story of me personally. So, so like I always say all the time, I taught myself how to trade. Of course, this is how it really went down. So I used to do stocks. Like I didn't do like options. I was like doing like long-term investments. So I used to do research on like companies and stuff, invest in them early before they blew up. So this was before I even knew how to read the charts. This was me just strictly doing research on like economics and stuff like that. So a good example, one of my biggest stock wins this was back in like 2018. No. This was like 2019, maybe late 2018. And this was right before New York recreationalized marijuana, right? This was right before New York recreationalized marijuana. I looked into the company that was going to be like funding and having most of the control over like the weed companies and the weed out there, like the farms and shit. And I bought into them 3 months before New York went legal. Those shares were like $2, $3. Literally, as soon as New York went legal that same week, those shares went to like $8. 3 months later, those shares were from $3 to $70. And I bought like 5, maybe 10 shares of those back then. So yeah, I flipped money really quick like that. So that's what I used to do back in the day. I used to do that stuff. And then I used to invest in crypto a lot. And again, this was before I even knew how to read the charts. This was me just strictly doing research. Like back in like 2020, I jumped in on Polygon, Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, Litecoin. I was in all of those before the huge pump. Like y'all don't know if you remember when Bitcoin went to like 60K. I was in Bitcoin back when it was at like 25, 30K. And I rode that thing all the way up to 60K. I was in Solana and Polygon before those things shot up during COVID, like 2020, 2021 type shit. Or maybe it was 2022. I can't remember. The years have kind of been fused together. But that's what I used to do. And then eventually I ran into like Forex. Of course, I got into HFX first, which I don't even recommend. We're not even going to talk about that. We're just going to pretend that doesn't exist because that's some dumb stuff. But anyways, so then I finally got into Forex. I started trading on my own, but I didn't really understand stuff. Long story short, I joined the IML. We already know how those go. Ended up leaving that after like 2 months. Fast forward, I found, I don't even want to call him a mentor, but I ran into some dude, bought a course, try to learn from him for a couple months. Once I realized he was like majority of these other traders that's just making the money off the subscriptions and not even actually trying to teach, I just ended up leaving him. And then fast forward some more, I was trading on my own for a couple months. This was before I was full-time. This was still when I was working 2 jobs. So this is why I also be hard on people when they be talking about like, oh, I'll be tired, or, that's 3 a.m. here. I'm like, do you not know what time it is for me right now? It's 3 a.m. for me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this isn't the middle of the day for me either, but I'm still up. But I get it. Everybody's a little bit different, but that's why I be like, I don't really see that as an excuse. If you want it, you're going to figure out a way to make it happen. But this was still when I was working 2 jobs. And so I failed a bunch of challenges. And then when I finally passed my first prop firm account challenge, for most of them, you have to be profitable for a month first before you can get your account. What's going on, y'all? We're live on YouTube. So you want to see the screen better? Go ahead and join the YouTube live so you can see the screen better, y'all. But if y'all got questions, you can drop them in the chat as well. So literally, I was like 1 week away from getting my first payout, and I did some dumb stuff, just like you, Abdullah. FOMO, messed up with some trades, took a lost some of my profit. I started revenge trading, trying to make that money back. One thing led to another. Next thing I know, I started losing even more profit. So then I started feeling pressure on myself. I was like, oh crap, I need to try to make this back. Started doing a bunch of dumb stuff. Literally, long story short, I ended up blowing that account and losing the refund I could have got, as well as the big payout I could have got. Like I was up like 10%, and then I lost it all. So after I blew that account, I started just letting it out on my personal account. The next thing I know, I over marginalized because I didn't blow my personal account. Because at least with my broker, they stop you from blowing your account. I know some brokers let you go in the negatives. I know some brokers give you credit and all that stuff. I don't recommend doing that. That's just like using all the money on your credit card and not paying your credit card back. Like, I don't recommend doing that. Like, if you use a credit card, don't treat it as extra money. Use it like, you know what I'm saying? Don't treat it as extra money. But anyways, so after I over marginalized, almost blew my live account, I withdrew the rest of my funds out my live account, and I was like, I'm not trading again on live account or putting any more money into the markets until I figure this stuff out. And then that's literally what I did. So I like put my head down for like literally like 4 months. Like, you can ask anybody that knew me personally back then. I don't really talk to most people I knew back then anymore, but anybody that knew me back then, they can attest that I was that guy. I was the guy glued to my phone screen all day. They're like, what are you doing? We're at a party right now. Why are you staring at your phone screen? They look over my shoulder. I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm in the lounge. I'm in the hookah lounge. I don't smoke hookah, but you know, I had people I used to hang out with. I used to do hookah lounge. I'm in the hookah lounge, club bumping, music bouncing. I'm sitting there with my drink, looking at the charts. As soon as I got off work, I ain't going. Well, I was on YouTube. I ain't watching no TV show. I wasn't watching no Euphoria or shit. I was on the charts, back testing, figuring things out on my own, and then eventually, I started to see coincidences on the charts. Then I started back testing to confirm that I wasn't just seeing things. One thing led to another. I practiced this strategy and perfected it for a couple months on a demo. Again, I didn't start trading on a live account yet. I started practicing the stuff on a demo. I started, again, going over the mistakes I made to change and fix those mistakes. Then a few months after like practicing on the demo, I started doing the same thing live. Because again, a lot of people don't like paper trading because they feel like they say a lot of stuff like, oh, if I trade on a demo, it's not going to be the same as a live account. I was like, it's literally the same thing as a live account. If I put a 0.10 lot size in a demo and a 0.10 lot size on a live account, it's going to do the same exact thing. It's exactly the same. Only thing that the main reason why people say that is because they're not treating it like a live account. They're over here doing 10 lots when they know damn well they got a $500 account and a 10 lot is nowhere near in their future on that account. Or they're doing 20 lots, or they're doing like 50 entries. They're just doing dumb stuff. So if you do dumb stuff on a demo account, what do you think you're going to do on a live account? If you practiced and just perfected bad habits for a week to a couple months straight, do you really think that when you go switch on a live account, you're just going to automatically change up how you started practicing or trading? No. How you treat the demo is how you're going to treat your live account. A lot of people be like, no, I don't feel that pressure until I'm on the live account. I'm like, no. I can attest to that. I literally practiced on a demo account. I went to the settings, hit that gear button, switch from a demo to a live account, and everything I did on a demo account, I did on a live account. And guess what? Only thing that changed was instead of that money being fake money, it started becoming real money. So if you treat the demo account seriously and you actually take realistic lot sizes, you actually treat it like a live account, all you got to do is go into settings and switch from a demo to a live account. And then, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see the profits. But yeah, while we're talking, I'm still watching the charts. We're just patiently waiting for setups right now. We're just patiently waiting for setups right now. Those on TikTok, we're live on YouTube. So you want to see the screen better, go onto the YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the screen a lot better, y'all. But yeah, while we're talking, I still been looking at the charts. As you can see, we're still just patiently waiting for price to do their thing for us. Gold is retracing as expected, so we're gonna look for another sell setup here if it can hold this level as resistance. Again, I'm working on tighter stop losses so I can get better risk rewards. So again, GA is right back at this level. Again, also notice, Abdullah, this is going back to what we were talking about this entry. Notice how price has not changed and treated this as a resistance. Again, you want to, if you're going to look for a sell, you need to enter off a resistance level. If you're going to look for a buy, you need to enter off a support level. So this has not treated this level as a resistance yet, right? This was Friday, support, retrace back. Yesterday, support, retrace, support, retrace. So we need to see price treat this level as resistance if we're going to look for a sell. Same thing with SPX. Is it a coincidence that price did this yesterday and then price did the same exact thing today? No, it's not a coincidence. There's no coincidences in the market. That's why we're patiently waiting. Again, another perfect example. Imagine if we would have just entered because price touched this level or broke underneath it for 2 minutes. We'd be in a drawdown and at risk of losing this trade. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's super important to not rush things and just to be patient. What's going on, Stephanie? I see you in here. What's going on, Samuel? I see you in here. What's going on, Don? I see you in here. What's going on, Terry? We're live on YouTube right now. You want to see the screen a lot better? Go onto the YouTube Live. The YouTube's linked in the bio. All that good stuff. This is knowledge everyone needs. Trading is a long game. You got to put in the work. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Is and like I said, like I always stress, it might seem like a lot right now, but let's just break it down. When has in your life rushing or skipping steps come in handy? When has it benefited you rushing or skipping steps overall in the long run? I'm not talking about some exceptions and anomalies. I'm talking about overall, has ever in your life skipping steps or rushing stuff ever turned out in your favor? 9 times out of 10, no. It's the same thing with trading. And again, if we just use common sense right now, how do we make money in the markets? We make money in the markets by the charts. We make money in the markets by our lot size positioning, risk to reward, knowing how to count pips. So if you don't know how to read the charts, you don't know how to identify a trend, you don't know how to identify key price levels, you don't know how to count pips, you don't know how to properly calculate your lot size, of course you're going to struggle in trading. Like all these people be like, I'm not talking about anybody in the chat right now, I'm just talking about in general. Or like when people go in my comment section on my post and like try to push their doubt onto everybody else. I usually delete those comments because that's a loser mindset. But it's like, of course, trading is going to be hard for you if you just skipped literally all the steps you need to know in order to trade. Like you can't just open a live account and think, okay, I'm gonna just make some money, but you don't know anything. That's how a lot of people end up losing money. And that's how I lost money too. Because again, I did the same thing. Now, granted, I was in groups and stuff like that, but the groups I was in isn't like my group. Like we're actually like teaching here. And we also got like quality trade setups. Like I remember I was in this group, bro. And let me tell you how bad this group was, bro. I'm talking about, they posted a signal one time, right? And this was before I even knew how to trade. But I even knew then that this made 0 sense. I remember they would call a signal, right? They were like, oh, you know, we bought Bitcoin or whatever the case, GJ, whatever we was trading. They would literally not have a set stop loss. They would like, whatever you enter that, had your stop loss be 100 pips from your entry, 50 pips from your entry. So everybody that took the trade literally had different stop losses. Everybody that took the trade had different entry points. it was just a mess. Like that doesn't even make sense. Like it was some crazy stuff that I encountered when I first started trading. But that's also why I started the playbook, because once I figured it out and I saw these other people just talking out their necks, just saying dumb stuff online, I was like, yo, like these people do not know what they're talking about. Like I saw the video, I literally saw a video like a couple weeks ago of this dude live trading, right? He posted a video of him live trading, and he had like a student on the line with them or something like that. They took a setup, and then I literally hear the student be like, "Man, I can't believe I used to trade support resistance." And then the dude that was the mentor was like, "Yeah, support resistance is garbage." But then he literally had a support level marked off, and he entered off the support level. I'm like, what do you call that? Like, it wasn't a liquidity sweep. He literally had a box, and then once price touched that box and broke it and treated as support, he entered off the buy. I'm like, is that not support resistance? Is that not price action? Is that not the same thing? Like, what are we doing here? So it's just a lot of just people making shit complicated when it doesn't need to be complicated. Like, trading is super simple. You identify the trend. If we're bullish, only look for buys. If we're bearish, only look for sells. That simple. You know what I'm saying? If we're bearish, I don't care about this retracement. I'm not going to try to catch a buy here. I'm going to wait for the retracement so I can catch the lower low. You know what I'm saying? If we're bullish, I'm only going to look for buys. I don't care if price drops down. I don't care how far price drops down. If we're bullish, I'm only looking for buys. Why? Because again, that's going to help instill that discipline. We only control when we enter, when we close, how much we risk. So we do not control the markets. And again, let's just sit down, let's close our eyes, and let's just have a flashback of the last time we thought we could control the markets and the markets humbled us. All right, don't get too lost in it. Don't go into the darkness too far, all right? Now that we have that flashback, that is proof and evidence that we do not control the markets. So since we don't control the markets, it is super important that we follow the flow of price, because we'll have a higher chance and likelihood of price going our way. Also, think about this. Are you trying to be a gambler, or are you trying to grow your account and make some money? If you're trying to grow your account and make some money, then it makes zero sense to just take reckless trades, because you take reckless trades, you're going to get reckless results. If you're patient with your setups, you're going to win more. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I have no issue patiently waiting for setups. I don't be like, oh, maybe I should jump in that trade, nothing like that. I patiently wait. Again, we look at GA, that same level, react in the same exact way. So we're going to wait to see if price can break that level. Again, why are we waiting for price to break that level? Why aren't we jumping in right now? Let's just look at SPX. Imagine we would have entered SPX just because price touched this level. We would have had our stop loss get hit, and we would have just wasted money. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. GJ's going as projected. It's all good though. We're actually gonna, let me pull up. So right now, y'all, we're watching gold for possible sell setup. We're watching GA for possible sell setup. Watching SPX for possible sell. These New Zealand pairs are up to. What's going on, y'all? What's going on TikTok? We're live on YouTube right now. If y'all can't see the screen well, go ahead and hit the bio and go ahead and join us live on YouTube. Tap the screen a couple times when y'all hop in here. Those on YouTube, tap that like button. Because yeah, we haven't entered anything, but we're breaking down some game right now. We're breaking down some game right now. All right, let's see what we got here. Again, I'm not against the sell on GN. I just want to see a retracement, because same thing, like we just broke some key price levels and we have yet to see a green candlestick on the daily, which is I kind of don't like. I kind of want to see a retracement before I want to enter something. So we might just leave that alone. So we're going to switch back to GA. Well, actually, we're going to put this back on SPX. We already got GA on the screen. Let's compare NAS really quick and see what NAS is up to before we do that. just join the stream. We have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for you. So yeah, my thing is lagging and delayed like a mofo. I gotta refresh my computer and give it a break after this live, because there is no reason my thing should have lagged like that. But just like SPX, we're looking for sells on NAS as well. We can clearly see, just like SPX, on the key price level in the middle of potentially a lower low being made. Did a nice retracement, which is what I want to see GN do. Because again, retracements are your friend. If price retraces before it does the full move or the big move, you have a higher chance or likelihood once you enter price going your way. So we got a couple minutes to the next 15. We'll see how that goes. New CGA rejecting again. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. We're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. Watching gold, watching NAS, watching SPX, watching GA. Let me catch up to the chat. You're right, way. I deleted all my indicators and started pointing out key levels on GA, and I can't support. Yeah, like I said, like once you identify the levels, then you just gotta get used to understanding how they play around on those levels. Because one thing I struggled with was when I went full time. Because I was trading when I was working 2 jobs using the same strategy, but because I was at work, don't get me wrong, I don't recommend doing this because everybody's job's different. But me personally, I didn't care. So I was doing. I was able to monitor my trades. But one thing I wasn't able to do is like right now, where I can just watch the charts the whole time in a trade or all day if I want to. Versus when I used to work 2 jobs, I'd wake up. This is what I'm talking about. So this is how my schedule was when I was working 2 jobs. My first job I had to be there at like 8:30, 8:30 to like 5-6 o'clock, something like that. And then my second job, I had at like 6-7 o'clock, worked till like 10 o'clock, sometimes midnight depending on the shift. And then so at London session, which would be 3 a.m., I'd wake up around 2-3 a.m., go on the charts, look for some setups, maybe take some trades during London session around 3-4 a.m., maybe 5 a.m. the latest, take a quick nap, 6 a.m., get ready for work, blah, 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 blah. So while I'm at work, I'd be in these trades, but I'd had my TP and SL put in. So I didn't get to see what went down the full move. I would just see the end result, which was, TP got hit, SL got hit. So I knew my strategy worked, but I wasn't seeing how exactly it worked or why it worked. And that was until I started going full time. So then I started monitoring the charts and stuff. And then that's when I started to fully kind of understand how price really moved. Because at first I just knew, identify the trend, key price levels, blah, blah, blah. But then when I went full time, that's when I started learning like really the chart behaviors, the market behaviors, and then ultimately why price does what it does, when it does it, and all that stuff. So again, it's definitely in the beginning, it's not a lot to learn, but it might seem like a lot. But once you dive into it, it's not a lot. And again, like I always stress, like just rip the Band-Aid off, learn the basics. Because once you learn the basics, the beautiful thing about it is it's literally rinse and repeat. You wake up the same day every day, you look for the same setups every day. You follow the same rules every day, you risk the same amount every day. The only thing that changes is the day of the week, the quarter, the holidays, the news events, and the trend. Everything else is the same. So once you just take the time to learn everything, it's the same. It's just like the car. You don't drive your car differently on Sundays than you do on Mondays and Tuesdays, right? And you don't turn the key a different way on Wednesday than you did on Sunday, right? You don't, it's the same way. You drive the car the same way every other day, right? It's the same thing with trading. You don't switch anything up. Only thing that might change is your account size or how many accounts you got. But that's the only thing that might change. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I ain't missing no comments. All right, y'all. What's going on, James? I see you here. What's going on? Eric, I see you in here. Katie, I see you in here. But yeah, we're chilling right now. So we've been on live for a little bit. I'm liking how gold's kind of looking at retested the level. We're going to see what this 15 does. Still watching GA, waiting to see if it's going to break that level for us. GJ is kind of ranging and retracing. But yeah, we're just really waiting on these setups right now and volume to come in. It is new hour though, so volume should be picking up in a little bit. But again, it is Tuesday. Tuesdays and Mondays are the slower days to trade. Things are going to pick up Wednesday and especially Thursday and Friday. We're still going to be on the charts though, still going to be looking for some setups. But yeah, we haven't entered anything yet though. Go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. If you ain't subbed yet, go ahead and hit that sub button because we don't just live stream and live trade daily, but we post weekly content on the same channel. Also, go to the community tab and vote for this week's video. There's already a few votes. We're going to community tab and vote for this week's video. Probably going to drop that tomorrow or Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. But the game plan is still the same, but right now, again, we're just waiting on volume and for price to break these levels. We see prices trying, but again, hit that level rejected, still trying that support. But also we can kind of possibly see some retracements. They did some retracements yesterday. It's holding the level as resistance, which is a good sign. But again, we have this huge level of traffic to the left. So it's going to definitely take some volume to break that level. As we can see, we don't really got any volume in the markets right now. We're going to see if that's going to change in a little bit though. All right. We're going to be live later on today on TikTok. So if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You should see it on the bottom of your screen. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok is playmaker way. I post daily on both pages. I just posted a short little trade breakdown on both Instagram and TikTok last night. Go ahead and check that one out. But yeah, we're still going to be on the charts though. But again, we're just waiting patiently for a price to break our levels or retest our levels, which we'll see. Gold retest our level, everything else, we're waiting for them to break our levels. Let me make sure I'm not missing any charts. All right, I'm caught up with the chat. What's going on, y'all? All right, we'll be back at it same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST. Now, members, you already know in a couple hours, I'm going to drop that New York price watch list for y'all. If y'all interested in learning how to identify these levels on your screen or to trade the way I do, go ahead and hit those links in the description. Of course, we have the advanced play signal room. What comes with the advanced play signal room, I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me go ahead and pull that up really quick. And again, before we pull this up, these are going to be old signals, old trades. So anybody watching, don't think these are active signals or valid signals. These are signals from the past. So I don't need anybody taking these setups, think anything like that. All right, so I don't need anybody taking these setups, thinking the new trades. But like I was talking about earlier, we trade all three sessions. We trade Tokyo, London, and New York. Tokyo session strictly with the members. You also get the first signal of the day. SPX was the first signal yesterday. GJ was the second signal. Also, every day I drop the New York price watch list. New York price watch list breaks down the trades we took during Tokyo session in London and the possible setups going into New York. As you can see here, I'm not just saying we're looking for buys, we're looking for sells. Just like on the London session lives, I break down why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further. Then we have our exclusive live streams. This year, they've been focused around New York session. Last year, they're around Tokyo session. Just like the London session lives, if you missed the live stream, they are dropped in here. They're all recorded, so you can watch them when you get the chance. I recommend watching them that same day, if not the weekend. Do not procrastinate. Then also, you have access to all the other videos. There's over 400 videos of live streams and chart breakdowns and chart analysis at your disposal. Then we got the pinned messages. So members, don't just join the Telegram and wait for a second break things down, because I'll be getting questions, and a lot of the questions be answered either in the pinned messages or in the disclaimers I'll be dropping every day in the free channel. All right, we've got the account size key. The account size key makes sure that you're not taking any trades your account can't handle. And again, just like with the analysis, I respond to the analysis throughout the day. You know, analysis is still the same as London session. This one, when I dropped this New York price watch list, I responded to it saying NAS US30 SPX going as projected, G8 going as projected. So again, this is me encouraging y'all to watch these videos, because again, I'm never just going to just be here talking. Everything I say is to help y'all out. So whether y'all watch the videos or listen is of course ultimately up to you, but all this